Check. Okay, very well.
She's looking for a sponsor like Nike or Converse. She ran into a monster like Scarface and Nino. I'm James with the bomb. For the money, I'm Al Pacino. I know I'm living wrong, but I'm cashing out like casino. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. Got your bitch stroking my ego. Hit it like a free throw. What I'm smoking on is lethal. No, this money don't make itself. I gotta make this money. Guess I'm looking to the sky. Got my feet to the ground. I am rolling up a pound. Smoking now. Got this money on my mind. Tell these rats don't make a sound. If you squill, it's going down. Automatic rounds when we come to paint the town.
What's good, y'all? Welcome in. We are finally back. Another episode here. We're getting closer. It is episode 10 going into week 11. So this is, I'd say, what? 11, 12, 13, 14? 4 weeks left?
4 weeks
of the regular fantasy season.
Wow.
Man, it's coming closer than I actually realized.
It's the home stretch, folks.
Until that moment when I just counted it down on my little fingers. Well, as you guys know, this is the official Wookiesburg pod.
Yep.
You know, we're back. It's your boy, as always, Madicals, a.k.a. Thug Dog, a.k.a. Vito King, a.k.a. Slumdog Millionaire, a.k.a. Matty Chong, a.k.a. Lightning McCardle, a.k.a. McCardle Sandwich, and a.k.a. the Oracle, baby. So we seen that last week when I predicted that upset against the Cardinals.
You did.
So the Oracle out here doing these things, and as you see next to me, my boy Lolo.
Yeah, it's your boy Lolo, a.k.a. Lolo Boss, a.k.a. the Tuscan Scum, and we're back for episode number 10. I'm very excited. Like we said earlier, it's the home stretch, folks. Listen,
we have reached double digits. People didn't think we'd make it this far. We weren't supposed to be here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I actually really wasn't supposed to be here. I had somewhere to be, but I decided to come through anyway. But yeah.
Yes.
We're doing it big.
We are. Actually, to verify we're doing it big, we have actually spotted our first haters.
Ooh.
So you know what I always say, you know you're doing good things when those haters show up.
Yeah, we knew they were coming.
Yes, and who knew they would be so close to home too. So hey, so be it. We're still gonna be here doing big things. We already got we got those Hollywood movies in the works.
Yeah.
We got ads, real ad sponsors out here. So we're doing it. We're doing it big. So
and
as you guys remembered, your Who's That Player is paid for by the podcast. If you ever win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
I think it'll happen.
Yeah, maybe.
It'll happen. Just like we reached double digits, I think I'll be able to guess that player one day.
Okay.
One day.
Maybe if new players don't keep coming in.
Well, my thinking is I gotta get it before the end of this season because next season we're gonna get the whole class of rookies, so it's just gonna fuck up the pool a whole lot more.
Yes.
So I need to get it in before week 16 or whatever the fuck it is.
You gotta try. We'll see.
I'm kicking in a high gear. Just like you guys should be. Because, like we said, it is the final handful of games in the regular season. It's make it or break it time. If you're on a losing streak, it's time to break it. And if you're on a winning streak, it's time to keep it, folks. We need to solidify these playoff spots starting right now.
And as you've already seen in my league, it is, it's so close, It's anybody's game still. Actually, across all my leagues, nobody's really clinched yet in any league.
Yeah, there are still playoff spots up for grabs. That's the great thing about this. Playoff spots up for grabs. Anyone can make it.
Many spots available. It's technically all 6, So make sure you guys are getting your best lineups in, tuning in.
Yeah.
Seeing who to start, who to sit.
Yeah, and if you guys don't practice Muay Thai, you need to speak to one of our producers and get into it because you got to get that clinch coming up soon. People need to start clinching playoff spots, start clinching divisions, however all your other leagues are set up. You know what I mean? I'm in a basketball league, for example. We have divisions. But there's only 6 teams in the fucking league.
What? Your money league is only 6 teams?
For basketball, yes.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that. But I'm in a football league that's divisions, but it's still the top however many teams make the playoffs. Like it's,
Okay.
so I actually don't know what
Like
the
a
division
conference
is for.
format.
Yeah, which is pretty lucky
gotcha.
because I'm actually in the only division that has all winning teams. So
Yeah.
if it wasn't the top 8 making playoffs, I would be fucked.
True.
Yes,
You
yes.
lucky dog, you.
Yes, hey, but remember that league has like 20 people in it. So.
Mm.
Don't forget, subscribe and follow everywhere. We really need you guys on the podcast apps first, which is, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music. I don't even remember the names of the rest, but if there's a podcast app, we're probably on it. So
yep, and hey, if you guys are used to watching the podcast on YouTube like you are right now, we appreciate that. But also, you know what? So, you know how some shit is sometimes funnier the second time you listen to it? Even if you watch us first, go ahead and just give us a listen on the audio only on, like you said, Apple, wherever it is, later in the week. Trust me, you're going to find shit that you missed because sometimes I'm watching this, I'd be laughing halfway through a whole segment, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes. And also, don't forget, we are doing the extended audio only on which you will find on the podcast apps. Actually, we started last week. You will see our interview with the last week's guest will be strictly on the podcast app.
Yeah, so we had Sean on last week's episode. And we had some lively discourse. It was awesome. But you might or might not have noticed that the actual interview segment of that, like we did with Champ a few weeks before that, was missing in there. That's because, like Matt just said, that's going to be on the audio only. That's going to be a bonus track on the audio only version.
Yes, and it was a good one. It was a good one.
We really grilled him for you guys. We really grilled him.
Yes, as always, courtesy of the plug, I can't speak.
Yep. And there we go. Let it all out, Matt. Let it all out.
Yes.
He's just remembering how deep the interview was last week on the audio only. It really gets to him every time.
And we had a lot of good questions for him coming in from you guys, and don't forget, we will start preparing you for the guests so you can write in the questions more, so I wanted to make sure to try to get the guest out there, so hopefully the next guest will be Chuck from the league, but if not, we will try to let you know ahead of time who the guest is, so make sure you look out on our socials for a guest change. But yeah, if you want to get your questions out, next episode should be Chuck. So any questions you have for Chuck, shoot them to us.
Yep. Any questions you have for Chuck, our next guest, you can email those to wookiesburgpod@gmail.com. And what we also take guest suggestions on wookiesburgpod@gmail.com. If you email us, subject line guest suggestions.
Yes.
And then in the body of that email, just let us know who you would want to see on the podcast as a guest. Try to keep it realistic, you know what I mean? But so we can actually work some of these things out. Yep. There we go.
Producers slacking. They're too busy looking up those stats for us that we and the rest of the...
But yeah, on the rest of our socials, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. We are Wookiesburg Pod. On Instagram and on TikTok, both, we are Wookiesburg_podcast. And then tell them about our YouTube channel, man, which is on right now.
The YouTube, of course, is Wookiesburg, just Wookiesburg Podcast. I'm pretty sure if you just type in Wookiesburg, it comes up now. We're getting there.
Yeah, it could be there. So give those videos a view, which you are right now.
Yes, and then please do not forget, when you talk about us, anything, do not forget the hashtag WookiesburgPod.
Yes.
I'm seeing you guys mention us, comments, and you're just forgetting those. So we appreciate the comments, appreciate the love, but we're just trying to get that hashtag out there. So
yeah, that hashtag. We're trying to see that little symbol right in front of the words WookiesburgPod.
Some of you might not know what hashtag, but when it's time to promote things, hashtags really help out. So.
Yeah. Some of y'all might be old. I don't know if they know. Well, out of all, so how many leagues are you in again?
21.
21 leagues. Okay, so out of your 21 leagues, how old do you think the oldest person in any of those leagues is? If you had to guess.
Sorry, babe. Just kidding. Now, he left you open for that one, though. But I am in a league with Mike, so between Mike and Babe.
Okay.
Nah, there's definitely... I'm in way too many leagues. There has to be older people in there.
There has to be some over 50 guy or girl in there, huh? Yeah.
I'm going to find out, though. That's a very good question.
That's your homework for next week, man.
All right, I'm going to try to find out. Actually, speaking of other leagues, I don't know if I told you, I started bargaining likes and views for my players in my free leagues.
Ooh. For trades?
Yeah, for trades.
Awesome. I thought
It's
I saw
worked.
a jump in the ratings.
It worked once actually. So, hey, if you already are watching and you want some players and you happen to be in one of my free leagues,
Yeah.
hit me up.
Yeah. Yep. He will give away anybody on his team as long as you subscribe to our YouTube
Basically,
channel.
if it's a free league, basically.
If you visually subscribe to all of our social media channels all in one, then you will have literally pick up anybody on his team.
Oh yeah. You can just make sure you give me Mark Sanchez in return.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'll know you're for real if you pick up Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. Is he available? Is he in the player pool?
He is in the sleeper app because I did put him on somebody's team when we did the drafts.
Okay. Wow.
Sleeper has a lot more players available than you would think.
Apparently so.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun doing the draft over there. Again, shout out to Sleeper, future sponsor.
Shout
hopefully. Very, very amazing man. Again, serious players only in this league. So we're watching you guys like hawks now. And I'm not afraid, John. I'm not afraid to kick you out, bro. So get to watching. I already talked about our haters, so wink wink. And that just brings us into my favorite segment and y'all's favorite segment. It's that Lolo Spanish word of the week.
Lolo Spanish word of the week. We're on a roll, folks.
Yes, we are. Dale.
Dale.
All right, folks. Welcome back from that one. Right after that Spanish word, bonus time, baby. Bonus time, motherfuckers. And as we already seen last week, the winner was Angel.
The winner was Angel.
4 touchdowns.
Yep.
And from her starting wide receivers. And, shout out to the runner-ups, Chris and Michael with 2. And everybody else had 1 or 0. So.
Yep. That was really disappointing, really seeing, tallying up those scores there.
It was hilarious, actually, yeah, because it was funny because Chris had...
Y'all suck.
Chris had 2 from 1 player. And then, Angel just had 2, both of her players scored 2 touchdowns each.
Mm-hmm. But we got the bonuses right here. Who should do the honors today, Matt? You or I?
The guy who just showed up through the fucking front
we're
door.
going to have... You guys might remember from our Halloween episode a couple weeks ago, we had the mysterious hand come in and help us out a little bit. We're going to call him again. We have the bonus chips right in here. And all we do is we place it right about here. And we say the magic words, Matt. And those are grabba, grabba.
Grabba, grabba. And then the hand will appear.
And just like magic, yes, there we go. If you will.
And then next week's bonus is if you can figure out whose hand that is.
Yes. I like the sweater. It's been chilly.
I like the little throw. I like the flick.
I'll put a little English on it there.
We
nice.
got it. Ooh, and this is going to be a fun one for Matt to tally up next week. Actually, I think we did this one time already. It's going to be the least total yards from all of your starting offense.
There we go.
Yes, I believe that actually we did have that one because I won that one.
Least total yards, all starting offense. And by the looks of this bonus from last week, the touchdowns, this is probably going to be really competitive because you guys seem to be garbage. So,
right?
I don't foresee a lot of yards, really. And there it goes back into the bonus bucket as always.
Back into the bonus.
Back into
hat.
the bonus.
That's the
hat.
That's
Sorry,
hat. That hat belongs to Thug Dog. You'll
This
know
hat.
him from some of the movies. Which reminds me, we need extras for some of the movies. So again, hit us up at the email, wookiesburgpod@gmail.com.
Yeah. If you have any acting experience at all, that would be very preferred. If not, if you've always wanted to be an actor or an actress, however you may want to be, we need people. So hit us up. Let us know you're down.
Yes. Actually, for the movie, you have to personally hit up Thug Dog himself. So
Yes.
that's gonna be Thugdog@wookiesburgpod.com.
thugdog@wookiesburgpod.com.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you see that one? That is an official.
Does that exist? Can we copyright that right now?
No, that's already real.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got you.
Yes.
Thugdog@wookiesburgpod.com. Subject line
Movie.
Subject line movie. There you go.
You know, those ones are coming out fast. We're already in the works of the Vito King, Rise and Fall of the Vito King movie.
Rise and Fall of Vito King. Yes,
That will be another trilogy.
I've seen a little sneak peek of that, a teaser of the teaser, if you will, and blown away.
Yes, that one's gonna be good. That one, I think that's gonna be everyone's favorite.
We thought earlier that Grabba Kings was a shoe-in, like runaway with the Oscars this year, but I've seen that sneak peek of Vito King.
Yes, and it's gonna be very good.
Yeah,
we got a lot of good people in that one. Which your homework. If you don't got no homework this week, we're gonna save that for next week. Give you time to watch more episodes.
Okay.
So what are you smoking on, baby?
This week, I happen to be smoking on that Mac Attack.
Oh, alright. And you see it just attacked you.
Just attacked me, bro. You see that? I wasn't fucking kidding. Just like the Mac Attack, we have Mac the Attack Jones attacking the Falcons right now as we speak. If you notice me being a little bit distracted, but that's going on as well. And just like Mac, this shit's got the attack.
Alright, I see that. Over here we got, speaking of attacking, we got that G stacking, baby, over here. Shout out actually one of my boy George's AKA's G Stack. Man, who would have known that they named the weed after him?
Who would have known?
And yeah, this shit, hey, we don't know if it's G Stack, Sleep Stack, or Me Stack, but this shit stacking.
That sounds like a triple stack to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
After this, you're gonna eat 3 triple stacks. So that'll be a triple stack.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to probably take some stacker 2. You remember that shit?
Yes, no, but this one will be stacker 3. Stacker triple.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, this shit, you'll see, of course, you're gonna peep this right here in my suited up strain of the week.
Psych! It's Cooking with Lolo! Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Lolo. Today we're coming at you with another Italian classic, pizza. So we're going to start off by adding some yeast to some warm water, 2 packets. Go ahead and give it a stir. Fuck a spoon, just use your hand. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to strain some flour in there to make sure there's no lumps. There's nothing worse than lumpy flour, capiche? Once it's all in there, give it a nice mix with your hands. Add in a pinch of salt and some warm water as you go along. And now, folks, get ready. It's time to roll up our sleeves and really get sticky. That's right. We're going to get ready to beat the fuck out of this pizza dough. But first, a couple capisce me. You know what I mean? Let's take a listen to this pizza dough, folks. Woo, that sounded familiar. All right, once you got it subdued, just pour it out over some flour and let's get to work, folks. We're going to form it into a log shape and we're going to cut our individual pizza dough balls right from there. But first, we got to keep with the Italian tradition, give it a couple crosses, and kiss it to make sure we bless the dough. You heard that right, folks. And one more ucanuche, just for good measure. We're going to cut it up now right there. 1, 2, maybe a 3rd, and a 4th. You got that right, folks. Now, while we have the pizza ball separated, we're going to sprinkle down some dough, and we're going to form these using our hands. Now, we're going to cup our hands slightly so we make sure we round the edges and the underside of the dough and form them into nice little mounds and balls. You know what I mean? We're going to spread them out evenly, and we're going to let them rest. Once they're formed, folks, you know what? Let's just speed through these. Let's go. All right, once they're done, we're going to let them down and cover them for about an hour and let them rise. And while those are resting, we're going to cut up our ingredients for the toppings, folks. Some onion first off. Let's give that a little listen too. How about that? Next, we're going to chop up some tomatoes. I like them diced. You can do them sliced, however you want. Just make sure you use your hands. Just like our next step, because we're going to grease our baking pan with a little bit of oil and just spread it all over there. Make sure it's nice and slick. Once it's nice and slick, you take your pizza dough and you lay it right on top, folks. You can use your hands to make sure it gets nice and flat first. And once you got it nice and flat, you can use your fingertips and you can stretch it out all the way to the edge of the pan, which is what you want to get it nice and crispy, folks. Next, come our toppings. This first one is going to have a mix of onion and tomato, folks. So we're going to lay down our chopped onion first, and then we're going to put our diced tomatoes right on top. Once we get it all on there, we're going to finish it off with a nice drizzle of olive oil. You can put anything else you want on there, salt, pepper, oregano, whatever you want. This next pie is going to be onion and cheese pie, folks. So once we got the pizza in there, we're going to lay our onions chopped a little bit more whole on here. You see, they're not diced, they're sliced. We're going to put those on, followed by our Italian spices, black pepper, oregano, Parmesan cheese, a little bit of salt. You know, all that stuff, folks. Once we got all of that, we're going to add one last touch of olive oil, a nice little drizzle right on top of there. And we're going to put them all in the oven if they can fit, folks. As you can see here, we had a little bit of trouble, but hey, we made it work, folks. Once it's in there, voila. After a few minutes, you're going to take them out, and they're going to be nice and crispy on the bottom. Just add your cheese on top after that, and you get a nice work of art like this, folks. A nice finishing touch is going to be some fresh basil leaves all over the pizza. This is one of the most important steps, folks. The taste from this is going to be amazing. Cut it up, and there you go, folks. Make sure to tune in next time for more Cooking with Lolo.
Alright, y'all. Welcome back from my suited up strain. As you see, I'm wearing part of the same suit.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Now
Always spiffed up. Always spiffed up.
I tried to, man. We're going for the glory now. If you want to be success, you gotta feel and look success. So
That is true.
my team's gonna be successful this year. At least all of them.
Yes.
At least all of them.
I currently have no pants on. Maybe that's why my teams are not doing that well.
It's possible.
probably put some pants
you mean
on, huh?
team? Because you only have one, I think.
No, my fantasy basketball team, I'm on a 2-game slump right now also.
Well,
So
yeah.
I've been slumping it up, to be honest.
Yes.
I don't like to admit it. Although in the famous team league, I am third though. But you know,
Yes, I mean,
I don't know what that means.
in the
but,
famous team league, I don't think you've never finished outside of third.
yeah, probably yeah.
I
I don't like to count that league when I think about my overall stats because it's,
I
it's
never
a
do.
misnomer kind of.
I actually never do. I count it when I talk about my 21 leagues though, because it is in there.
Yes.
But you know, for those of you who don't know, the team league is where all of us have one whole team of whoever our team is.
Yeah, whoever our actual like favorite
Mac
NFL team
attack.
is.
Mac attack! He's attacking!
Yes, but that means he gave it up in the first place.
Sorry, we just watched Mac attack.
Yeah.
That means that was a Mac attack, which would be a tackle. 'Cause he
Tackle,
threw an
Mac
interception.
tackle. Yep. If you started Mac Jones, I don't know. We couldn't see if that was a fumble or an interception, but if that was an interception, okay. If that was an interception, in that case, you got the negative points. But hey, at least he got a tackle.
So if you're in
least he
a
got a
league
tackle.
with defensive players, you got those points as
You
well.
got the tackle. So good job.
So what we're getting into? We're about to talk about the NFL as we just seen right there. Mac attacking, baby. Even though that won't matter, I still think they're gonna easily beat the Falcons.
I would hope so.
I just had to throw that in there because you know you're a Patriots fan.
We own the Falcons.
Yes,
I don't
after
even mean that in a negative way.
After
it's
that
just
Super
a
Bowl,
fact.
after
just a
that
fact at this
Super
point.
Bowl, it is a fact. Yes,
Yep.
you are right.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, that'll just bring us into injuries.
Ooh, injuries. This is like my
Yeah,
least
I didn't-
favorite segment in the sense that you really hate to see.
Yeah,
Players get
I don't
injured,
go
right,
too
but
crazy
hey.
with these, but so we will finally see Saquon Barkley back this week.
Okay.
You wouldn't know because you traded him away.
Yes, that is correct for a player who actually recently just got injured for the season.
Oh, who was that?
That was Robert Woods.
Oh man, that is
Yeah.
nice.
So I got the old alley-oop-a-doop. You know, I got rope-a-dope pretty bad.
Rope-a-dope, yes.
And, yeah. I got led astray, if you will.
Hey, it happens. And so you know, like I said, we'll have Saquon back. Kyler Murray should finally be back.
Yes.
We don't know though. He could miss one more week because I believe he has a bye week next week. So
What about DeAndre Hopkins? What do you know about that?
was he out last week?
I believe so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe he was out last week.
Let me skim down to that team then
We
on the
can
injury
skim
report.
down to that real quick. I do know he was highly questionable. No pun intended.
said he did not participate in practice.
Ooh, that is never a good sign, especially not on a Thursday.
On a Thursday, yes.
On a
The Wednesday
Thursday.
ones are the ones you always...
Yep.
Yes. And Kyler was limited, so like I said, we should see him back.
Yes.
So we'll see.
They need him as the real, the
Oh,
real...
definitely. And so do other people's fantasy teams because, just because your fantasy team has Kyler doesn't mean you need to start Kyler's backup.
That's true. And we'll get more into that later on. Trust me.
We will.
Trust me.
What the fuck is this guy's name?
I don't know.
The Cardinals running back?
Chase Edmonds?
He is not playing. He is not practicing, as we all know.
Wow, there's a
He's
lot
still
of people
missed a
not
couple weeks.
practicing on the Cardinals.
As you've seen, Russell Wilson returned for the Seahawks.
Yes.
Probably shouldn't have returned.
Ooh, why not?
Oh, because he played very, very bad.
Oh. Yeah, first game back, whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
First game back.
And Aaron Jones not playing. As you see, Cordell Patterson's not playing in this game, which we all knew was going to happen.
They need him.
Any other important injuries we can think of? Antonio Brown, what about him? Did you guys see him? This guy did the most Antonio Brown shit you could do. Not only does he play for, as he said, play for a team in Florida where you don't even need masks and our rules are, I don't think we have rules for anything.
Yeah.
And this guy's over here turning in fake COVID vaccination cards, man. Oh, that's amazing. I tell you what, though, he's probably Sam's new favorite player now. But yeah, that was a good one, man. And he was this guy turned in a fake vaccine card. So.
Yeah. Hey man, at the very least, you gotta have some sort of balls to do something like that. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, well, we know Antonio Brown, man. This guy has nothing but balls.
I guess. Well, he won't be catching any balls anytime soon. That's for sure.
Well, that's because he hasn't been catching any anyways because he's been hurt.
Oh, okay.
But that's enough injury news. Because anybody else, you should be keeping an eye on your own. We're getting into playoffs here, so I can't be giving you guys too much information here.
Right. At this point in the season, you ever see these nature documentaries where you have the mother bear with the 3 or 4 cubs, and then eventually you see the mother bear start to push these cubs out of the den? That's what we're doing a little bit here. You can't give too much away this time of the season at this rate, folks. If you do not tune in at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays in the Discord for Matt's live fantasy advice and Q&A session, you won't be getting much after that.
That's it. And as we see, not many people show up, but every time somebody shows up, it's usually my opponent. They usually beat me every time. So
yes.
I'm gonna actually start blocking my opponent from joining the Discord. So you will have to find your starts of the week somewhere else.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. No, because they're the only people joining, it seems, and every time they join, they beat me.
And hey, the good thing about you, say what you want about Thug Dog over here, but you don't discriminate at all, even if it's your opponent.
I know the people playing against me need it the most. So.
Yeah.
Yes. So when Chuck needed to know who to start last week at defense, I told him.
That's the signs of a true champion right there.
And as you seen last week, Chuck had the Cowboys defense give him 28 points.
Yep. That was on your advice?
It was, of course, on my advice.
That was at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the Discord?
Yes.
Wow, you see, folks, that's the type of information you can get at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Sundays in the Discord. It could be week-winning advice.
That's it. So make sure you guys tune in, man. Tune in. As you've seen previous, worked for Sean, now worked for Chuck, so...
You really are the Oracle, aren't you?
Something when I have to be.
Yes.
When I have to be, yes. Actually, believe it or not, I think the fantasy gods are enjoying the podcast, so they're helping me out with my advice when it comes to the podcast. So they're making me look better than I have been in the past. So.
I hope you're putting money on those bets.
But hey, man, people like to talk about my past, and that I haven't won a fantasy championship since the original Scream movie came out. But who cares?
Right.
Aaron Rodgers has one championship and he's still a GOAT. Dan Marino has 0 championships, and he'll always be a GOAT. So
Yeah.
just because it's been a little while since I've been up there, doesn't mean I won't be back.
And this game, it's about longevity too. You
And hey,
know, and
I feel
there's
like
no
the
one
longer,
more consistent than you.
the longer I'm away, the sooner it is that I'm gonna be back. So
That's really, yeah,
the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
yeah. And you're not that big, so you really don't fall too much.
Exactly.
That's why you're at the top right now.
So I'm still at the top in a couple leagues, but remember,
Yeah.
remember, if my track record proves anything, I technically don't want to be at the top. I want to just sneak in at like 3rd, 4th, 5th seed and call it a day.
You kind of want to like Eli Manning get to the playoffs, kind of.
Exactly.
I know what you mean.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a new AKA.
Your head's not that big. Your head's not big enough.
No, maybe you never
Can't
know
be.
though. If I
You-
cut off, why do you
that-
think I keep the hair and the beard, man? If I cut it all
Yeah,
and shave
but
it
like
all,
the Manning shit is like cranium. It's like
It is.
That's the only way I can describe
that's
it.
my guy. I like him. You know, I've always had the love for Eli.
I never really, when I look at somebody, I always say like I'm looking at their head, but when I look at a Manning, it's always I'm looking at a cranium. It's not even like
It's
I
not
can't even
even
call
the
it a
head.
head, really.
Speaking of Eli Manning, Patriots Falcons. Who do you think's gonna win?
Patriots Falcons. I'm gonna have to take the Patriots there, man.
Well, they are currently up 10-0 as we're filming, so.
13-0 actually. If you hit refresh on that.
Ooh, boom.
Yep. And so 13-0 is a pretty good score. Your boy Nick Folk with 2 field goals so far.
That's my guy. Still leading kicker in fantasy.
Hey, it's
my
about
guy.
to be Nick Folk.
Start him up! It's been Nick Folk, start him up. Even though my guy Joey Sly, hey, when I don't call his name, that's when you should start him up.
Okay.
So, alright, Saints Eagles. Who you got?
Saints Eagles. You know what? Who's the quarterback for the Saints now?
It's still Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles on that one. I have to
Okay.
go with the Eagles on that one.
Alright, I'm going to definitely go with the Saints on that one just to go against you.
All right. Okay.
Alright. Dolphins Jets, the game of the week for us.
The game.
As
of
you
the
called
week.
it, the game for last place.
This is the battle. Listen, make no mistake about it. This is the battle for last place in the division, right here. You got statistically the 2 worst teams in the AFC East, and they're battling it out to see. It's basically the Schlump Bowl Part 2. I think the real Schlump Bowl was Chuck and Renee earlier this season.
That was one of them, yes.
Yeah,
But usually, any game you're a part of is a Schlump Bowl, so.
Hey man, I'm in the playoffs currently. That's all you need to know.
You mean the playoffs that start 4 weeks from now?
Yes.
Good job, guy. That's a
Those
milestone you guys want to achieve.
Those exact playoffs. Noted right here.
All right. Oh, would that be in the Thug Dog League?
That would be in the Thug Dog League. Yes, the original league.
Good
league.
one, guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to just walk all over that league, man. AKA Eli Madden.
Nice.
Courtesy
I
of
can
the best
respect that.
AKA giver there is.
I can respect that.
He's good.
All right, next matchup.
No, of course, I'm going with Dolphins.
Oh,
so is
yeah.
he.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to lose his job. You.
Me? Yeah, I could. I mean, listen, it's not even that I want the Dolphins or whatever. It's that, like, really, I would expect anybody to beat the Jets. So, if you don't beat the Jets, then, like, I probably will not even acknowledge them the rest of the season, really. So, yeah, Dolphins should win this game.
Yeah, we're going to win that game handily, as always.
Yes.
So.
Tua needs to
Tua will be there.
keep it tight like Tua.
As Tua
and,
just beat the Ravens.
He did. I'll give him, yeah.
So
That was a very good game by the Dolphins.
yes. Thank you. Washington Panthers.
On that Mac Pack, baby.
Nice. I'm definitely taking Panthers in this one again, as I called last week in my upset of the week.
Yeah, so Cam Newton's not playing full time, right?
He is going to hopefully be by now.
Okay.
They were prepping him all week to get back to their full-time role.
Oh, so that first week was just like a wildcat.
Well,
feel
because
it
remember
out
they
type
had just signed him, so
thing? Yes.
even though their offense may not have changed much from when they had him originally, they still wanted to give him time. So.
Right, makes sense.
But I mean, I think you can bring in Brett Favre off the streets right now, and he'd be better than PJ Walker.
Hey man, he's about to make Robbie Anderson look like Marvin Harrison or some shit. I think.
Well, let's hope he does something with those receivers, because they were on a very good tear.
And I like Robbie Anderson. I don't mean that in a bad way. I like Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, I like Robbie Anderson too. So we'll see what happens. Bills Colts. Ooh, that's actually gonna be a nice one. And
Bills by a landslide.
Easily, Colts are gonna whoop that ass.
Oh my God! Do not. Where's the game?
It's in Buffalo.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
That means Buffalo's gonna smack these boys up.
That's what.
It's late November, kid.
Maybe, but we want the Colts to win.
It's late November.
You should want the
kid.
Colts to win too.
Fuck
Buffalo's the only thing standing in your guys' way.
Listen, man. I know I would love for Buffalo to lose, but man, if you can't beat a Carson Wentz led team, then like I don't know what more I can say about it.
Didn't Buffalo lose to Jacksonville?
Maybe. Is Carson Wentz on Jacksonville?
No, they
That's
have
any man's
shit bag
game.
sunshine.
Trevor Lawrence is pretty good. I'll take Trevor Lawrence over Carson Wentz, really. Take that to the bank. Take that to the bank.
I would not take that to the bank, because Trevor Lawrence is doo-doo.
That might be coming up on Take It to the Bank.
No, it's not.
No? Okay.
Because today's Take It to the Bank is all about my fantasy team, and I would not have Trevor Lawrence on my fantasy team.
Okay.
Because I think Jacoby Brissett probably has more points than that fucking guy. Look at that.
We have the approval from the producers there,
Yes,
folks.
yes.
Fuck me.
Fuck. I thought I don't hate Trevor Lawrence. He's just playing
Right.
very bad right now,
Right.
and he needs to step it up. So my dog Marvin Jones and another guy can.
All I'm saying is you probably wouldn't pick Carson Wentz either if you had your pick of the litter.
Well, no,
I
I've
guarantee
actually
you
used
your
Carson.
first
I've actually
6
started
picks
Carson
would not be
Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
I've actually started Carson Wentz over
who?
easily
Over
over
who?
Trevor Lawrence, but whoever
Okay,
I've used,
over who?
I've had
Who
to use
else?
Carson Wentz this year to start. I don't remember who
Keyword
else was
had,
left.
folks. I had to use Carson Wentz. We heard
Yes,
that, right?
maybe
Had
a bye
to.
week or some shit like
Would
that.
you have used him otherwise? No.
But there was multiple options. He wasn't not the last option.
All right. Well, we all know about you and picking up quarterbacks all of a sudden, right? So.
But yes, as it did not help me, but I tried.
Yeah.
But, that's the only league that I'm not going to win, so she needs to win it. All right, Browns and Lions.
Browns and Lions. Let's go Browns. I like Baker Mayfield, baby. Let's go.
All right, no, but I don't know who else likes Baker Mayfield. That's why we know you're slump.
Call me Baker Slumpfield.
I like that guy as a commercial actor. That's about it. As a football player,
He's a pretty good commercial actor.
I love his commercials.
He's a pretty good commercial
Love
actor. They do a good job using him on those commercials.
Yeah, they did a very good job.
His wife or girlfriend's pretty good on there also. I believe she's in one of them.
I don't know. I just know like all the ones with him at the Brown Stadium. Were
Yes.
pretty good. Those are good.
The dog pound, if you will.
Can't even front. Jaguars, 49ers.
I have to go 49ers on that one.
Me too. But you were just talking all that good shit about your boy. Texans and Titans. As we all know, Ryan Tannehill, this guy is so garbage. He couldn't, he can't do nothing if he tries.
Yeah.
But somehow
This is a mini shit bowl of its own.
Somehow he's the best team in the NFL. So.
Man, I mean, you know what? Yeah, you would hope that Tennessee wins this. I know.
Well, no, Tennessee's definitely going to win this.
Yeah.
Losing Derrick Henry has done nothing for them
Right.
as far as winning, losing. They haven't slowed down, so all the people who thought they would slow down were wrong.
Right.
Like, it's,
Yeah,
Ryan
at this
Tannehill's
point,
still
they need
gonna
to
do
take
Ryan
it away in
Tannehill
the AFC,
things.
right? Yeah.
And, people who like to sleep on them, and regardless of how many fantasy points he puts up, he's still bringing those victories home. So
Yes, we'll see how long that lasts then.
we'll see. Packers Vikings, that's the easy one. Packers. Ravens Bears, another easy one. Ravens. Bengals Raiders, another easy one. Bengals.
Raiders. Ooh, Hey, listen, caveat. Would not be my pick of the litter, but I like me some Derek Carr. I like me some Derek Carr.
I mean,
our producers are confirming it. Hey,
I can
okay,
get
so how come
jiggy.
you don't give me the thumbs up? Like,
I
yeah,
can
there
get
we
jiggy
go.
with some Derek Carr.
Our
I can definitely
producers
get jiggy
confirm
with
it.
some Derek Carr.
We're 1-1 on thumbs up. You
But,
get jiggy with some David Carr. Derek Carr?
Derek
Carr.
I will not
I fuck
get
him.
jiggy with David. Oh God, no.
The OG slumped this quarterback.
Oh man, bro, like Jesus.
Hey, that man was a pioneer for an early franchise, right? For a new Texans franchise, that man was a pioneer.
I guess you're right.
That man was
Yes,
a pioneer.
pioneer in getting sacked.
Yeah, for sure. He was Ryan Tannehill before Ryan Tannehill.
You're right about that.
That's
All right,
sick,
so
man.
that we might have to come back to that as our water bet. So,
Yes. I'll
Cardinals
make that one
Seahawks.
right now.
Well, we might get a better one. So, well, let's fuck it. If we get a better one, we'll do two.
I got
So right there, I take
Raiders,
Bengals, you
Bengals.
take Raiders.
Raiders Bengals. Let's go.
That's an easy one. Joe Mixon's about to have 200 plus yards on these mugs.
Hey, he might actually. So
All right, Cardinals Seahawks. Cardinals.
yes.
Cowboys Chiefs.
Ooh, Cowboys Chiefs. I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs.
For real?
Yeah.
Something's like saying Cowboys for some reason.
It's a good game. Hey, it's a good game.
I don't know why, man.
Dare I say
I'm
game of the
going
week?
with-
Dare I say game of the
Yeah,
week?
probably. Hopefully. Let's hope.
Dare I say game of the week?
I think Cowboys are going to stick it, though.
Yeah.
I really think. Then Sunday night, Steelers Chargers. Big Ben should be back. Still be a tough game because we don't know which Big Ben we'll get.
If Big Ben is back, I would have to go Steelers. Really.
Yo, that reminds me. So they say Father Time is undefeated, correct?
Yes, correct. That's something they say.
Would that now be that they have one loss to Tom Brady? Has he beat Father Time?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's almost there. I thought about this. I actually forgot to bring it up, but we're gonna put a poll on the screen. Does Father Time finally have a loss?
Wait, so who's Father Time?
Just in general, like no player can ever beat Time.
Uh-huh.
Like Father Time's undefeated.
Oh, nah, Tom Brady been beat him.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't understand how you phrased that. My
Sorry.
bad. Also,
No
this MAGA tag is attacking me
There
right
you
now.
go,
So
you know what I mean.
okay,
So-
but now that you say yes, oh no, Tom Brady's already beat him.
right? I
Already.
think he
Him or her.
technically has.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like if God forbid he gets another one.
Father Time ain't shit.
Father
Father Time ain't
like
shit
this
to
guy.
Tom Brady, man.
Another person
Brett Favre probably already been done that.
who
Really,
kind
to be
of.
honest with you.
You know another guy to change sports really quick?
What? Who?
Udonis Haslam is definitely out there beating Father Time.
He's had a couple good plays in the past 2 games.
The guy is still playing on
Yeah.
an NBA team, bro. What do you
He is still playing on an NBA team. He's actually getting some minutes. That's crazy to me.
Bro, this guy had a block last night.
Do you think that's instantly? Do you think that would be like most improved player, like instantly, just from nothing?
I pointed that out to you because we had that conversation and I said
That's like a 10,000%
he is definitely on
increase
top
or
of my
something,
short
bro.
list. UD, top of my short list for most improved
Hey,
player.
most
baby.
improved player, bro.
Get this guy 3 minutes a game, instant
Let's go.
most improved player.
The minutes jumped already. But no, I think, listen, man, Brett Favre had a runner-up MVP season as like a past 40-year-old, didn't he already? So he probably already beat Father Time, really.
All right. And then our last game, well, actually, did Steelers or Chargers?
I'd have to go with Steelers.
Me too. And then the Buccaneers at the Giants.
Woo! Buccaneers all day, all
Me
day.
too. Because as you know,
All day.
we know Tom Brady has a kryptonite, and we believe it was Eli Manning and not the Giants.
Yes. Yeah. I would have to agree to that.
Yes.
Tom Coughlin in general.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what it is. So that is gonna conclude all the games that we ran through. And that brings us to another fun segment.
And that is?
Take it to the bank or toss it in the trash.
That's one of my favorite segments.
Yes, that's a good one. As you guys know, we use as sports gambling is now legal in Florida through the Hard Rock Sportsbook app.
Yes.
That's what we're using. I've been starting to bring in a segment that highlights a couple different player props. And this week we're just gonna actually go with a couple players off of my fantasy team.
Okay.
And first one up is Joe Mixon with, this is an easy one to me actually because it's 65.5 rushing yards.
Joe, let's see. Do you think we can say the magic words and summon the great predictor? Do you think it'll work?
I think so.
We have to try it, but we really have to believe. We really have to look deep inside and really say the magic words with meaning. Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3. Grabba, grabba.
Oh, it's working. I think it's working.
You hear that?
One more time.
One more time. Grabba, grabba. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get him.
All right.
I don't know.
One more time.
He might be dormant. One. Third time's a charm. Let's do it.
Grabba.
Grabba.
There it is. All right. So
We're
we got
joined.
Joe Mixon, 65 and a half yards. Are you going to take the over or under? Take it to the bank or toss it in the trash? 65 and a half rushing yards.
For Joe Mixon.
Yes. Which one are you going? I'm definitely going over. That's fucking simple.
I'm taking that to the bank, yeah.
All right. What about you, Ghost Hand?
Oh.
All
No.
right.
Okay,
He
we'll
said
see.
no.
We'll see.
All right.
All right.
Next one's going to
So-
be Dalvin Cook. Same one, rushing yards, and we got 83 and a half.
Dalvin Cook. I'm going to toss that one in the trash.
Toss it in the trash. And I guess maybe I'm biased because he's on my fantasy team, but I'm definitely taking it to the bank.
You are pretty biased on
Yes. Oh,
yes.
we're going to the
We
bank.
get the-
Me and the ghost
we
to the
get-
bank, baby. It's
All
a
right.
ghost bank.
All right. Yep.
All right, next
Yep,
one.
yep.
Almost last. David
Shut up.
Montgomery, 60 and a half rushing yards.
David Montgomery, 60 and a half. Who are they playing? Do you know? What team is he on?
The Bear.
Who
He is on the
David
Bears.
Montgomery? Oh, okay. David Montgomery on the Bears. I'm going to have
And
to
they
go.
play the Ravens,
I'm going.
as we just pointed out.
Yes, I'm going to have to go over with that.
That's an easy one
Taking
too.
that to
Over.
the bank.
Taking it to the bank. Ooh,
Yep.
and we are.
We are in
All
agreement there.
And then for some reason, none of my other players had many player props to bet on, so we only have DJ Moore with over or under. Sorry, take it to the bank or toss it in the trash for a half a touchdown. So basically, if
So
he
he's either
catches
scoring
one,
or not scoring.
He's either
right?
scoring or not
Yeah.
scoring. So
So DJ Moore to score a
DJ Moore,
touchdown.
yes.
I will toss that in the trash, I believe.
Oh man, we got Cam Newton out there, and Cam goes ham, taking it to the bank.
Okay. I bet you he's gonna run for those touchdowns, not throw them.
He's gonna.
Oh, I
and
like
think
how
the ghost
you
hand agrees
think.
with you.
I like how you
He
think.
definitely agrees with you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, look, he's out of here. Thank you for that. He already knew. See, he's a ghost, so he knew that was the last one.
Peace.
And like I
all
said,
you
next
gotta do
week's
is say the
bonus.
magic words. Wow, that's great.
Next week's bonus. Tell us who the ghost hand is.
Yes. Next week's bonus, if you can correctly guess who the ghost hand used to belong to before it was a ghost. Yeah.
All right.
That's the downside with like us summoning spirits on that Halloween episode. If you missed it, go watch it. I think it's up on YouTube.
Definitely up on YouTube.
That moment when we summoned the spirit and the ghost hand came to life, really, like, this is the downside now. You know, he's just cursed to roam around here and just help us out with the podcast, you know.
That's it.
Once they pop, they don't stop, really.
All right. And that brings us into our last piece of information, and that's going to be my MVP of the week.
Ooh.
And this one was an easy one, and it's going to have to be our boy House,
Okay.
who we love, always giving us that fun time with those name changes.
Yeah.
And that's for him picking that boy Mahomes. You know, we always give him shit for it because he picked him in the first round, and I guess he went and proved out why he picked him when he picked him. Cause,
Yep.
you know, Mahomes had himself a day with like 53 points in my league, I believe.
Woo!
So scored about half of House's points to give him the win, though.
Had himself a game indeed.
Alrighty, let us get into some fantasy talk,
Yes.
which always begins with Brett's Bust of the Week.
The good old Brett's bust.
Yes.
Bruh, Brett's bust of the week.
And this one was easy for me because it was Dawson Knox right off of my own team. scoring his 2.7 points when his whole team put up like 51 against the Jets.
Yes.
It makes no sense. It's more like caution Knox. Well, fuck Dawson Knox.
Yeah. And it's crazy because my Brett's bust of the week is also a tight end.
Oh.
And that will have to be Mike Gesicki.
Ooh, good old Mike Goosecki.
Good old Mike Gesicki.
Goosecki.
Goo gaga
Because he
Gesicki.
had a good old 0 points, right?
Fat old 0, folks, and he actually played, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
he played a whole entire game.
Whole
where his
entire
team won.
game. Whole entire game. I would never have imagined that in my life. I would have been better off starting, I don't know, Ricky Seals-Jones or Jared Cook, really.
Anybody.
Anybody. At all. Anybody.
Yes. All right, everybody, and so my tip this week is gonna be don't be lazy, which can that can mean anything. Maybe just waking up early on Wednesday morning to grab those free agents, checking out your opponent's lineup a week ahead of time, whatever. Just make sure you're just not lazy. You're looking into it. Looking like me. I forgot to change my name to face my opponent. And, I lost last week, so
Yeah.
I gotta remember to do that every week and can't be lazy. So make sure you guys get in there and do what you gotta do. Don't forget tuning in on Twitter for my pickups on Tuesday, who you need to grab on the waiver. So I can't give that out to my league. Gotta make sure you guys get that on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, we got a couple different questions from Twitter. So we got a couple start-sit suggestions.
Okay.
Alright, so first one is going to be DJ Moore or Jarvis Landry.
Ooh. DJ Moore.
That was an easy one for me, DJ Moore. The next one we have is actually the flex position, and they are asking about Marvin Jones or Sylvain Ahmed.
This is pretty easy for me because I don't know who one of them is, so I'm going to go with Marvin Jones.
Alright, should we do it to him, folks? He could be fucking with me, so we're going to wait. But Sylvain Ahmed is the backup running back for the Dolphins.
I had no idea.
No, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you. Halfway. But I'm actually going to have to go with Sylvain Ahmed on this one.
Yes.
I know it sounds crazy, but like we pointed out, they're playing the Jets. And
Yeah,
all
you
teams
never
do
know.
is,
You never know.
the last like 4 weeks in a row, you could have started both running backs playing the Jets. So I'm gonna guess you could do the same here
Go for it, really.
and do it. So
Go for it.
I actually may do it myself.
You either got balls or you don't got balls.
Yes, and the next one we
Or
got,
referees.
yeah, or that, yes, because we do know a lot of women are starting to play.
Benedict Cumberbatch, look at that.
We got Cam Newton or Jimmy Garoppolo.
Woo! Jimmy G all day.
Ooh, as long as Cam's suiting up as a starter, I'm gonna throw in Cam.
And alright.
On my fantasy team, he has a way higher ceiling.
Does he really though?
Yeah, he would steal any rushing
He
touchdown.
played like 3 plays last week.
And scored 12 fantasy points.
He ran for like 2 yards.
And scored 12 fantasy points.
How?
Because he has a
6
high
and 6
ceiling.
is 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, listen, man, you're the guru, not me, so I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Hey, I like him.
Our live audience is saying no there, folks.
All right, and our last one is Brandon Ayuk or Jamal Agnew.
Okay, so kind of like say those.
Brandon Ayuk or Jamal Agnew. And just like the
Right,
Sylvain Ahmed one, you're
right.
going to have to go with Brandon Ayuk because you don't know who Jamal
But I
Agnew
don't
is.
really want to go with Brandon Ayuk.
I
That's
know.
the problem. So I would love to go with whoever the other Jason Agnew, whoever the other
Yes,
person.
Jamal Agnew.
Jamal Agnew. I guess I would have to go with them. Yes.
Okay, in order to go with him, you're going to have to boom, boom, boom. Who's that player? Jamal Agnew.
Okay.
What team does this guy play for?
So I'm going to assume he's a wide receiver based off the fact that it was either him or Brandon Ayuk.
I mean, you could assume that, but nobody really knows him.
You didn't say flex position, correct?
I did not.
Okay, so I'm going to assume he's a wide receiver.
Okay.
That's my line of thinking here.
Yes.
And to say that Jamal Agnew plays for also the San Francisco 49ers.
Good guess, but no, it would be. Oh, did he step out? I think he did. That would be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh, I was gonna guess that because now he got that because my second pick was gonna be the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right. No, I think it was a pick, but I think he might have been out of bounds, so it wasn't an touchdown.
So what's the opposite of being undefeated?
Defeated?
I'm defeated. 10
We
weeks in
know
a
that.
row, folks. 10 weeks in a row. But I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna come back out here next week and I'm gonna guess that player next week.
All right. And I would actually probably start Brandon Ayuk in that situation still.
Okay.
Until I see something from Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna have to not start him there. Alrighty. And we have our streamers presented by Skatebird Brew.
Okay.
And this week we are going with defenses. So, we know a lot of people always need defenses. And of course, I always like to call them out a lot, but as Yahoo itself shows, the Dolphins defense, 59% owned right now, which is 34% up from last week. So they
Interesting.
like I said, they play the Jets, so it should be a pretty easy win there and a lot of defensive points.
Yes.
Next one I have is Carolina's defense, 57% owned. And they're also up 28% since last week, and they play Washington. So I believe they'll give you enough fantasy points to edge over your opponent. Another one that's probably available in your league, and it's going to sound crazy, but I got Green Bay's defense. They're only 36% owned, but I think, again, can't ask for much from your defense, but they'll give you a solid at least 10 to 12 points that you need.
Do you think solid play by Aaron Rodgers on offense fuels the defense to go out there and give it the
Why
right?
wouldn't it be? Their defense has been playing phenomenal lately, so I'm going to have to just call it. And then the last one is going to be, in a real pinch if you need them, it's going to be the Chargers. They're 33% owned, and, depending, like I said before, depending on which Big Ben Roethlisberger we get, they could have 0 interceptions or they could have 4. So, we'll see.
Yep.
So,
I don't know about 4. I think Big Ben is safe with the football, but he'll definitely take a sack or two. That boy is thick.
That's true.
There's more of him to hit, really. More of him to grab onto.
Yes. Alright, we're going to skip trades since none happened and none from around the league are interesting. We're going to go right into it's not a new segment, but it has a new sponsor. We're going to go with our fantasy fun facts presented by Alt Zaddy.
Good old Alt Zaddy.
Yes, so we know if any of you know him, he loves his fun facts. So who better than Alt Zaddy himself? So
Yes.
and we just have a couple little surprising fact, of course, about fantasy. Over 33 million people play fantasy football. Most are in multiple leagues, and only 20% of those players are women.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, 50% of our audience is fantasy football women. Currently.
All right.
Live audience. Right?
Yes, live audience. And then we have the average fantasy player spends about $110 per year on the hobby, equating to roughly $3.6 billion in economic productivity this season.
Whoa. Does that mean 3.6 billion of tax evasion?
Not really, because remember
Cut
there's
that out. I don't want them following us.
right? But there's because there's that could be included of leagues that are public to where they take stuff out.
True.
Yahoo has leagues public, but yeah, no taxes come out of my winnings.
Correct. Minuscule. That's because you don't win, though. Oh. No thumbs up on that one, but yeah. I consider that.
All right, and another one that I thought was cool. San Francisco's Levi Stadium is the first to offer a fantasy football lounge, encouraging fans to come to the game without sacrificing their fantasy cravings.
Ooh. So what is in this fantasy football lounge?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We'd have to find out from Old Zaddy maybe next week.
Oh, okay. I say
He's the
we
one
take a
that
field
gives us
trip.
these facts.
Yeah. Can our producers approve? Can we take a field trip to Levi Stadium, to the fantasy football lounge? Can we get some tickets? Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna
So
make
that'll
that
be in
happen.
the works. That'll be in the
Yeah.
works.
Contact the 49ers for us. Let them know.
All right, and then believe it or not, fantasy football participants can buy insurance on their players and hire lawyers to settle league disputes.
This is news to me, really.
Yes, it was news to me too, and I couldn't wait to go look this up. So yes,
Wow.
I cannot wait till we are done filming.
Wow.
Because I thought that was interesting.
That's some Wall Street shit. I bet you those were like stockbroker people with leagues.
Yes. All right, and then the last one, and I thought was fun, and it is 39% of male fantasy football players would sacrifice beer for an entire season to win their fantasy league. That's a shoo-in. I would easily give up beer to win.
So you're in that 39%?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. What if it was you have to give up grabba to win your fantasy league? Would you do it?
Nope.
What about to win all your fantasy leagues?
Yes.
Okay. What about 3 fantasy leagues?
I don't know. I don't know if I need to give up. Well, I don't know. I guess it'd be fun. So bad. But is it? See, I need to find out if it's. Well, it does say for an entire. Oh, for the entire season. So I can give up grab.
That's like a season's what, like 6 months?
Not even.
Not even.
It's the entire fantasy season. That's like 3 months, 4
True,
months.
true.
I think I could. Yeah. So I would definitely give up grabber to win. Fuck it.
Okay. You heard it here live, folks. Starting now, no more grabba.
No, I don't need to do that to win. But you know. All right, and then 19% would ditch their mobile phone to win.
Ooh, would you do that at all? Would you
I mean,
consider doing that?
That'd be hard to win without using my mobile phone.
I mean, you gotta wait till you get home, or you gotta get a laptop on the go.
I guess that'll work. So yeah, I would probably. I mean, like, unless it's like if there's some gimmicks to where I could, of course, obviously still gotta use it for work, but
Yes.
I don't know. And then a shocking 16% would give up pussy.
Wow.
No, I bet you all Zaddy's in that 16%. He don't get it anyways during the season, so.
Yep. But if you take all Zaddy's alternative enhancements, you're gonna want some pussy really bad.
You would, yes.
Because it's gonna fire you right up.
But, I don't think I would give up pussy to win my fantasy league.
Yeah, me neither. That just have so much of it, it's just like whatever. Yeah. It ain't nothing.
Is that how you win? That's how you won, because you've already gave up pussy for an entire season.
I haven't won in years, man. You silly man.
Oh. All right, and then now let us get into, of course, my league. You know, we're gonna get into my weekly recap and my weekly preview.
Weekly matchups.
All right, so usually we would start with me, but we're not gonna talk about me.
Yeah, about that. I think we're definitely gonna talk about it. And speaking of talk about it, I think we're gonna talk about it directly with your opponent from last week, man.
Oh, you're gonna attempt to call him?
Oh, we're gonna attempt to have our FaceTime with a member.
Yes, I mean it won't be
member
FaceTime
segment.
because
It will not be
Nextels
FaceTime
don't have
because-
FaceTime.
Yep. We're gonna see if this works, folks. What do you think, man? I don't believe this is gonna be picked up, really, but we can.
Nah, I'm calling it. He's gonna answer this time.
We are calling the Dito live, folks.
He's about to miss his opportunity to roast.
I'm giving you the chance here. I'm giving you the chance. No, but I do not believe this is going to work. Unfortunate, really.
Please leave your message for.
Don't worry, I'm gonna do one for you, and I will attempt.
Oh, I can see you've come around.
I'll be a pal, just because I don't think he's gonna answer, because he's a fuckboy. And he's probably too busy celebrating his win against.
He's probably playing League of Legends, folks.
Yes, because as we know, that was his championship game, because we seen more from Chuck in the chat than we did ever before in life.
Wow.
Please leave your message for.
Please leave your
Well, I'm
message.
leaving my
for-
message.
Oh, really? Okay.
Did you hear that?
Nope, we did not
He said-
hear that.
Sure. That's what it sounded like. Yeah, bro, you missed your opportunity to roast, boy. We tried to call you on the podcast, but you ain't answering, boy. So now you're just gonna get roasted on the podcast, boy. Why don't you tell Lorenzo just to get like you and shave his hair all off, since you went bald, so you got smart, shaved it all off. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Show me how to do it. Do you do it yourself? I want to know how to do it.
All right, Chuck. This is why you sleep, bro. This is why your fantasy team's not gonna win any more games since you didn't answer this phone call. Whew. So, like I said, Chuck beat me. That's all we're gonna talk about since he didn't answer. Fuck this guy. On to the next one. Prison Bitch versus Where's Casey? And the producers are screaming in my ears because apparently you took Where's Casey?
Apparently I did. It was a close game. It was a 20-point game. But
I mean, how close really was it when James was projected 191 points and scored 124?
Yes, but then also you kind of got me on that one. So I don't know. All in all, Prison Bitch had a great game, even though subpar performances from Cortland Sutton and also whoever this Jay Washington character is.
I love it.
But yes, Justin Tucker also only 5 points.
That's because he is no Nick Folk.
That's correct. You cannot start him up with anybody else.
You cannot.
Speaking of Nick Folk, folks, here he is again on a 4th and 1.
Is he really about to get another one?
He's really about to get another one, folks. We're about to see how long this one is. I don't know if it's another. No, it's
not
a
that
chip
long,
shot
but
there,
it's
folks.
a chip shot, and as we're gonna see on my on my weekly preview for next week, whoever my opponent is off to a bad start.
Yes, because you already got so many points from your kicker, and there you go, makes it a solid 4.
I don't know why we were watching like he was gonna miss.
Yeah, right. We should have not even have checked that.
Alright, so let's get back into this though, and as we seen, one of my guys, Ryan Tannehill, 21 points, many more than Matthew Stafford could have dreamed to have. This guy did it, man. He, we see on the other side, James finally did get Christian McCaffrey back, but too bad the rest of his team played like Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, you even had a good performance from Leonard Fournette, and of course Cooper Kupp of Coffee holding his own.
That guy has been unstoppable.
12 points from the kicking position as well. Great game overall, but just was not enough. What a goose egg from Russell Wilson. And 2 of their starting wide receivers.
Yes.
But luckily, it was not the sleepest performance of the week. For that, we have saved for next.
Oh yes,
And that is going to be Lolo Daddy.
As I keep saying, he's not going to win any games until he changes his name.
Yes, even though he's won many since you've said that. But anyways, it's
no,
going
not,
to be.
not since me and him made the bet where he had to change his name.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I did not know
sorry.
that actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was when he played me, and he has not won since he played me, and that's why he's sitting in 12th place.
Right. And that's why he also lost by almost 100 points.
Yes, and it would probably have something to do with him starting Colt McCoy.
To be honest, that's probably the root of all of your problems. All your problems, really.
How did Colt McCoy not become any of our busts of the week?
I don't know, but unfortunately, Colt McCoy was not going to score 100 points there. So
I know why. Because the owner of Colt McCoy earned himself a bigger spot on a different list because of that. That's why we ended
yes. Is that, I do not know what that means.
that means he's probably going to be Sean's sleep buddy of the week.
Ooh!
Again.
Again.
I think he was Sean's sleep buddy last week.
The only multiple time holder of the Sean Sleep Buddy of the Week award.
Yeah, you're right about that, actually.
That's going to be a special ceremony. That means Sean himself is going to give that Sean Sleep Buddy of the Week.
Prison Bitch may have won it multiple times as well.
Oh, yes, and the season's not over. Season is not over.
But as we see, Robbie couldn't even break 100. Over here looking like Angels team.
Alan Lazard, come on. Cordarrelle Patterson, unfortunate game.
Well, I mean, it all just starts there, brother. You started Colt McCoy, man.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna read you off the number. These are the scores for Lolo Daddy's starting lineup down in a row. Okay, starting with quarterbacks, followed by receivers, running backs, and tight end, and that is going to be 21, 35, 14, 13, 12, 18, 18, 17. This is a stacked team that went off this week, folks.
That would be a good team that week.
I just dropped the bonus hat. Fuck me.
It's alright. It'll stay there until next week's bonus time, baby.
Yes, it will.
Alright, and then we see, and I'll read you 0.43, 1.6, 4.9. Those are scores from Robbie's team,
That's
man.
bad.
That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty bad.
Alright, and then we have, and yes, I guess I'll call it out.
I cannot read the full name anyway, so you.
Oh,
must
you
say
cannot?
it.
Well, lucky for you, I could already know what that says, and that would be people who can't cover me.
Okay, and it has a photo of you being asleep as fuck, if I'm not mistaken.
Sleep and still holding the rock, though.
Yes.
So, means you can't even take it from me when I'm sleeping.
You have the strongest grip of all time?
Yes.
Yes. Not even John the Ball Hawk can knock it out of you.
The only person who's ever fumbled me, that made me fumble, is Chris.
Really?
And then we see over here, Sean just took it over people who can't cover me. I guess Chris couldn't cover him that week because his team could not do what it had to do to beat Sean.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yes, and we see Chris over here, somehow still in third place, but he has lost, I think, 3 out of his last 4.
I believe so. It was 3 in a row at one point, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
He's lost 4 out of his last 5. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yes.
And yes, starting Russell Gage and T.J. Hawkinson and Cleveland's defense with 3. Man, that's a shout out to Triple Stack for that 0-0.
0-0. Yep. And does not look like he'll be triple champ anytime soon either.
Yes. All right, that brings us into our nice highest scoring matchup of the week, and it is, we forgot to ask you, so, are they your boys again?
Pirates are my motherfucking boys.
All right, so yeah, they were always your boys.
Always and forever.
That's right. So you were just trying to get some pep in his step?
Yes, and it looks like it worked. Therefore, what I'm about to say is fuck them, they suck again. This was a hard-fought win, high-scoring game, but I might need to see more. Can you tie 2 or 3 of these together? I've yet to see that.
I've yet to see that too. I don't think. Does he have any consecutive wins?
That's a good question. That is a good question. And you know what? We could have our producers check and get back to us on at some point in this podcast.
Yes. We're still waiting for a lot of things.
Preferably sooner rather than later.
Yes. But I notice over here that Miami's defense with 23 points, straight sticking, as they do.
Yes, and you've been calling for them often, and often they've answered your call, including this week.
Yes,
Is that another turnover already?
No, they're showing the same. Oh, was it for real?
Oh my gosh. They floke again.
And that wasn't even Matt Ryan.
Of course not. Josh Rosen, my friend.
Who's that?
Yeah. I would not have guessed before that, really.
This is amazing. Okay. And our last one is Vinegar Strokes versus Sushi Dick House, formerly known as House Will Climb Out of the Gutters, formerly known as, we're going to guess it on the next segment. But we have
Weather Dick House. That's what it looks
yes,
like.
we have House did beat. Oh, look, somehow it shows that.
Who is that in the photo?
That is the UM coach and the FSU coach.
Oh, okay.
That is the FSU coach shoving the UM coach into the locker.
Got you.
So that does help give you some insight to the name.
Yes. Oh.
Which,
I see what that means.
as you see here, we were glad that House and his House and the Kansas City Chiefs beat Casey and Mike Gusecki. So
Yes, Patrick Mahomes, hell of a game. Travis Kelce, hell of a game.
they
That's
literally
where all your
combined
points
for
came
more
from.
than half of his points.
Yep, that is a wild stat right there, boss.
Yes, not even exaggerating. The rest of his team, he has no other double-digit players on his team besides those two and his defensive player, TJ Stardom Stickum Suckum Watt.
Wow. Wow.
That's a pretty good one. And then that is going to conclude our weekly recap of Week 10 and bring us into this sponsor.
Alright guys, well it's time for our first paid sponsor. And it's going to be the service that we use to distribute our podcast out to all the listening apps that you might or might not be listening on. And that's Anchor. If you've not heard of them or used them before, Anchor is the easiest way to distribute your podcast out to the masses. Instead of going to 5, 6, 7, 8 different sites to upload your podcast, you go just to one central place and then it gets distributed everywhere. We're talking Apple, Spotify, what have you. And that's Anchor. And you can't beat one single upload to 8 different platforms. Anchor also has all the tools you need for any last-minute editing onto your podcast. You can't beat one upload to 8 different platforms. And you can find all your last-minute editing needs or tools on Anchor. And Anchor has easy access from your phone or from your laptop. Make sure you go download Anchor from your app store or just simply go to anchor.fm. And I know you're wondering the price, and let me tell you, it's free. I thought this was too good to be true, but here I am and here we are. And let me just add, we've been using Anchor well before they were a sponsor of the podcast. We've been using it since the beginning, since we've started uploading these episodes online for all you guys to listen. So, one last time, go check out Anchor and download it from the App Store now or visit anchor.fm and have all your podcast distribution needs covered. Thank you, Anchor, and thank you guys.
All right, thank you from those sponsors. And that's going to bring us right into our Week 11 preview. And hence why I said let's save it for this, because we have House versus Matt, and we are, for Lorenzo right here, we have a double emoji guess. Because as I said, know your opponent, and I had to know my opponent this week and change my name to match his. First, though, we can guess houses because I do have the luxury of guessing all week, and I think I got it. But go ahead and you give us what you think houses is. But all right, so you see house's name right there?
Yes, I do. So I'm going to say his name is going to be Hurricane Weather FSU Kissy Kissy.
All right, you ready?
Yes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
That would be the Miami Hurricanes getting turned into a little sunshine by FSU, which leads to the kiss of death and our coach being fired.
Did they fire Manny Diaz already?
Not yet, but that's what I think that means. I think he's this is House Lagrifics, and he's this week I think I got it. I think I solved it already because I got a master's degree in House Lagrifics.
House Lagrifics, yes. I'm telling you, man, one day aliens are gonna come down, and the only thing that survives is gonna be a fucking tape of this podcast, and they're gonna see these things, and they're gonna say, "What the fuck does this mean?"
So yes, you guys can tell me. Look right here. We're gonna show it for you. His
Right
name.
there.
And we did get confirmation on the one with all the little numbers and shit. That was him calling his climb out of 12th place, just like we called it. So.
Oh, okay.
See,
okay.
we are getting good over here.
Yes, we are getting good.
And
Now,
now,
the
like I
downside
said-
to that is you're tied for last still. But, yes, not 12.
Exactly. And he is on that 2-game
Streak.
Whereas Robbie is on that 3-game losing streak.
Yes. And luckily for House's sake, he has Biting Lolo's ear right above him at a 2-game losing streak. And if that trend continues...
And then we see, I spotted this prison bitch is on a nice little
Woo!
3-game winning streak.
3-game winning streak. Yes.
And I do actually have confirmation she has passed James for the second in waiver moves.
Oh, wow. 30 waiver moves. Yes, that's crazy. Second only to
Come on, baby.
Yes.
That should be a new AKA, Waiver King.
Waiver King, the greatest waiver man.
Sorry,
of all
not
time.
Waiver King, Move King.
Move King.
Because, it's not necessarily always somebody off the waiver, it's just somebody off
Yes.
the waiver.
And you know what they say, when I move, you move.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
All right. All right. So but like I said, let us get into the matchup, baby. So, I obviously know what my emojis mean. Do you know what
Yes.
they mean?
I do know what they mean.
Okay, what is it?
It means you don't like house, so no house. Well, okay, see, I don't have the emoji on mine, so I don't know what that third one is.
It's a brick.
Okay. So it's not a brick house; it's a shit house. That's what you're saying. You're built like a brick shit house. Is that what you're saying?
You're there. You're almost there. You're there. That is brick shit house. Yes.
Brick shit house. Yes. Okay. No house like a brick shit house.
That's a good one, but so it's gonna be
X house.
It's gonna be I'm shutting down house this week.
Shutting down house this week. Turning him into a shit house.
I'm taking him to the brick shit house.
You're taking him to the brick shit house. Okay.
And I'm turning him into this rinky dink house eventually into just a cardboard box.
Like a homeless house. Got
Exactly.
you. Got you.
So
Thank you for that explanation because I never would have gotten it.
no, but you
Never
see,
would've gotten it.
do you get it now?
I do get it now and it makes perfect sense now. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, and as we see here, my guy, even though he missed one, man. Imagine if he didn't miss that one.
Yep.
But we do have a kicker battle already. Nick Folk versus Young Ho Koo.
Wow.
Told you, boy. Shutting down house.
Shutting down.
The same way, Young Ho Koo, 0. Young Ho Goose.
Young ho.
young Goose Koo.
Young goose leg. Goose
And then we got Nick Folk, like
potential
I said.
sleepest player of the week nominee
That's
for next
already
week.
breast
Potential
bust of the
breast
week.
bust of the week for next week.
All right, and so at first I thought maybe the humble approach worked. Then I thought maybe the shit talking approach worked, and then but I realized I'm just not doing it properly. So as I got here, I'm taking him to the brick shit house.
Yes.
House will no longer be able to call himself a house. He'll have to call himself an apartment. You will have
Oh,
to change
wow.
his name to apartment
Yes.
after what I do to him this week.
Yes.
Cause,
Those are strong words, folks, coming from the
you know,
commission.
and then he had to start off about his little, what did FSU finally get a win against UM?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
You're both slump.
Both slump. That was another slump bowl of the week.
Yeah.
But, you know, this guy made sure he threw his little jab in the fantasy chat, you know, to talk about that. But as we all see, emojis or no emojis, that doesn't help FSU win.
No.
Nor will it help you win.
No.
Because I'm sorry you were trying to climb, but we're gonna have to push you right back down in the gutters, baby. Like I said, that little cardboard box, that shit, once it gets wet, shit's just gonna go in the garbage, just like your fantasy team.
Unfortunate.
So you'll be in the
Poor
dumpster
guy.
with them.
It's gonna feel like a hurricane outside when you're in that
We'll be
box.
calling you Beep Dumpster
Beep.
instead of House.
Beep.
So there we go, man. I'm like I said, gonna shutting this guy down.
I believe you. I'm picking you this week,
I'm
buddy.
gonna remind him. Me and my team are gonna remind him why I'm here
Yes.
and
yes,
why
yes.
we do this. So I'm calling it. I'm breaking 200 points this week. Because when I play somebody as trash as this guy, that's what happens. My team just says, "Fuck it, garbage time, garbage
Yeah.
points, garbage opponent."
Yep. Yep. Strong words. Strong words. I'm definitely gonna go with Lando Calrissian.
Well, and I see we're getting a couple more people over here to pick to win.
Oh
I see
yes,
we're
we
getting
are.
them. We're getting them.
Yes, we are.
All right, and then our next one is Prison Bitch and Dedito, and this is why I already knew, because, you know, so if I would have beat Dedito, it would have been harder for Prison Bitch to beat Dedito, because, you know, coming off of a loss, you're always going to bounce back, but now he had his win, now he's going to get his loss. So,
Yes,
you know,
another
just like I
loss.
told him, I know the way the cookie's going to crumble, and I want it to crumble that way.
Yes.
So, fuck you, Guru. Fuck you, Chuck.
Fuck you, Chuck. And you didn't pick up the phone, so fuck you.
Exactly.
too.
Fuck you again. And that's why Prison Bitch is going
It's gonna
to...
make you their prison bitch,
Exactly.
even with Brandon Ayuk in their starting lineup.
No, she definitely needs to start Brandon Ayuk because he's a baller.
Is he really though?
Yes.
Okay, if you say so.
And like I said, there's nothing even to really watch here. Chuck's team is going to get pounded up and down the field by Prison Bitch. Just like if he was a Prison Bitch.
Yes, he might be one after this week.
No, he's definitely going to be one.
Okay.
I mean, you can't expect to win many games starting Michael Gallup and Tony Pollard.
That is
Like, out of all the Cowboys you could start, those are the two.
Yes. It seems the benches are thin, folks.
Yes, and this guy's just. He might as well change his name to the Cowboys,
Ooh.
because he also has the Dallas defense still and Micah Parsons.
Oh wow.
So I mean, Micah Parsons is a baller, so I can't go wrong there. But
He also somehow still has LaVisca Chenault on their bench.
I mean, on the bench is where he belongs. All right, and that brings us into Lolo Daddy versus Where's Casey. And of course, we all want Lolo Daddy to win here, but for some strange reason, this guy started Wayne Gallman. The fuck? Where are you getting your information, bud? Start watching the fucking podcast, and you wouldn't do shit like that.
Yeah.
The fuck? Thank God somehow the New England's defense got you 36 points.
I don't even know he was still in the league.
Like, what the fuck were you thinking, bro? Let me see this guy's bench.
I mean, you're gonna tell me there was no one else on your team you could have started?
Bro, he's in his fucking flex. Oh, no, he's not. All right. I would probably have started Jamal Williams or Latavius Murray over him.
Yes, Latavius Murray at least would probably not see any carries at all.
Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, right? I mean, it's shit. 0 is better than negative 0.3.
That's true.
Jesus Christ, John. You're trying to give yourself the loss? You don't want to win, I guess.
They don't want to win.
But I still hope he wins, you know?
To be fair, though, nobody on Atlanta did anything this game, so.
I guess you're right about that. Right about that. And I think me and you both want Lolo Daddy to take it to him. So
Yes.
let's go Lolo Daddy.
The next one I think is pretty self-explanatory as well. We have people who can't cover me versus good old-fashioned Robbie.
And we see he does have...
Dang it, Robert.
He does have Colt McCoy out of his lineup. And we do see Sean did have to, his quarterback by a week, so he did have Mac Jones starting. Mac McCardle.
Yes.
Mac Attack Jones.
Mac Attack, the Mac Pack, the Mac, the
And we already know this one's going to be an easy call as soon as Sean will finish fixing his lineup after coming into the Discord on Sunday. As you see, that's a guy who always tunes. Has been tuning in lately, and as you see, he's been winning lately. So, hey.
Yeah, I mean, people, we're not fucking around. How many times we gotta say it? We're not just saying shit just to say it.
No, man, I'm here to help.
At 12:30 p.m. Eastern time on the Discord on Sundays, right before the early game.
If I won 0 fantasy championships this year, it wouldn't matter to me because I know my advice is at least getting one person a championship, and that's all that matters to me. Because I'm just here to help you guys. I've had my fair share of championships. I'll be back in them again too. But we'll see. So,
yes.
Check what?
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing. But yeah, folks, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, you get top-notch advice. Fuck whoever you see on NFL Network or whatever. These guys that want to make you think that they know about fantasy football.
As you've seen last week,
they don't know shit about. They know shit about real football. They don't know shit about fantasy football. They don't know what it's like in here. Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, folks, this guy really does know what's going on here. Really does know what's going on. And there's a good old.
And doing the hard work.
Ghost blunt hand, folks.
Doing the hard work out here. And,
where does your passion for fantasy football knowledge come from, really?
I mean, after you've been playing as long as I have, you just want to further your knowledge, and what better way to further it is than offering it to others to do upon as they want with it, Hopefully it works.
You know what they say, folks? If you draft a man's team, he'll have a championship. If you teach him how to draft, he'll have a dynasty.
Exactly. So, I'm trying over here, even if I have to start off simple, because, it's fast growing, so there's a lot of people out there who may not know even the simplest things.
And I think it shows really, like we mentioned in previous weeks, with the current wait list that is in this league, people want to join because they know that, while it is a competitive league, they're still going to have the fundamental building blocks from their own commissioner to grow and become more savvy fantasy managers.
Exactly. Thank you for that. So let us get back to these matchups really quick before we leave the show. As we called, Sean off to a good start. He's gonna easily.
I'm picking him in this one. Yep.
Give it to Robbie. Because as I said, he has not changed his name.
Yeah.
And he does have 2 empty spots on his roster. Don't know what the fuck that's about.
I can't vouch for this any longer.
Yeah.
Any longer.
Rookie mistakes, as we called them out. I think that was my first piece of advice I ever gave.
Yes.
Jesus. All right, and then we have
the next
Biting
one.
Lolo's Ear versus Brokeback Zaddy.
Yes, we do. And they're already off to a good start there. 15 points from a defensive player. You like that. But you know what? Brokeback Zaddy is in 3rd place. And even though they have been down in the dumps recently, I think, like we had mentioned earlier in the podcast, it's crunch time, folks. It's that time of the season. This is always a guy who knows how to get his stuff together to get in the playoffs. So I think, as we've seen earlier, Biting Lolo's Ear is in a sort of downward type of trajectory. I think this is going to be that one type of rebound game for Brokeback Zaddy. I think he takes this one.
All right. And I know we already did make our water bet, but if if you would like to make a second one, I'm calling the upset with biting Lolo's ear.
I will definitely do that, Waterman.
All right, let's do it. Lolo's
Right
ear,
there.
do not let me down.
I know you like to get wet, man.
Sometimes, but in this case, I want to see you get wet.
Pause.
Play.
All right, and then for our last matchup preview of the week, we have Vinegar Stroke, aka Casey, versus the good old Lolo endorsed Straw Hat Pirates. And they're already off to a decent start. You know, they had 2 players on the Patriots playing. Don't really know why Jacoby Myers was started. Now, listen, this is the type of shit that I've been talking about before. You know what I'm saying? When I say you got to improve what to do now, you have Hunter Henry on the bench. I would have preferred Hunter Henry start in that position, even though he got a couple less points than him. You could have moved him to a flex or something like that. Now, you're going to tell me that you're not going to start Marquez Callaway
Yeah, I would have probably...
over Jacoby Myers?
I don't know here.
What the fuck is going on?
I probably would have stuck with Jacoby on this one. I mean...
Really? The guy who's only scored 1 touchdown ever?
But he still
Really
gets
him?
the catches, though.
Does he,
Even
though?
without those, you know...
All right.
He has a pretty safe floor, as this would be one of his lowest games on the season. So, you know, you couldn't predict that.
Yeah, well, that is kind of true, so can't really say much about that. And we have our favorite mascot here, folks.
Yeah, we're filming, bro. We're filming.
Yeah, we are.
Mommy's calling. Go.
So, you know...
He's trying to get to his bowl. He can't get to it because of all the chairs are in the way.
You
move
close
one of
them
these
in.
chairs for me? That way. There you go.
I do think we called the addition of Mike Evans last week as being a key turning point in Straw Hat Pirates' season. So I'm going to stick with him. I think he has a good game. I think he catches the upset and is on the up and up versus Vinegar Stroke this week.
I'm going with it too. I think Mike Evans is, of course, going to have himself about 47 points just so that gets Casey mad enough to be like, fuck that trade.
Yep.
So,
It's going to bite him in the ass.
yes. And that concludes our matchups. And, you know, I always like to go into my league standings as of now.
Let's check those
Especially
out.
now because it's getting down to crunch time. And as I said, I like to do it for the league. So, you know, instead of me sitting up top with them boys, I wanted to be with the rest of the boys. So I wanted to sit at 5-5.
Wanted to. Okay.
Wanted to. So I'm
Okay.
5-5 with
right.
4th place through 9th place. Then we have 10th through 12th at 4 and 6, and 1 through 3rd at 6 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who didn't catch that, 12th place is only 2 games away from 1st place.
This is a pretty even league, man.
Yes.
Very competitive league.
4 games remaining. So it is still anybody's game.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Where's Casey can not even make playoffs, and technically Robbie can clinch 1st seed. That's how crazy this is.
Riveting. From an outside looking in perspective, this is one of the most exciting leagues I've ever seen. Really. There's no clear-cut favorite. There's no undefeated player. There's no guy on top by 34 games. This is a league that's separated only by less than 2 games.
Yes. And even points. We see the highest points and the lowest points.
Yes.
Besides one random person that has no points, the rest of them are competing.
Yes. Prison Bitch on the low end here in points. But like we said, we're going to get into that real here. We're going to be like, where's Casey here at 1st place? Over 1,600 points. We got Vinegar Stroke coming up and Brokeback Zaddy. All 3 of those people are tied at 6 and 4. However, where's Casey, Vinegar Stroke, Brokeback Zaddy? That's the order based on the points for.
That is true. And then we have Lolo Daddy, actually most points in the league right now, in 4th place, because he is that 1 game down. Then we have underneath shut down
Yours
house,
truly.
take him to the brick shit house and turn him into a cardboard box.
Yep.
Sitting at 5th place, 5-5.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Dedito, 5-5 as well, 6th place. People Who Can't Cover Me, 5-5, 7th. 5-5, the Straw Hat Butt Pirates, 5-5. Prison Bitch in 9th place. Then we get to the little 4 and 6ers. We got Biting Lolo's Ear.
Yep.
We have formerly known as Sushi Dick House. And then we have Robbie, who has had a drastic
change.
from 2nd to 12th in just a matter of 3 weeks.
He's felt the voodoo. It happened to Champ. Now it seems he's passed that voodoo on to him with a 3-game losing streak.
And I did start that losing streak, and
tied for the longest streak in the league either way.
Yes, current streak either way.
Wow. What goes up must come down.
That is true, and that does conclude all of our concludes our records.
Yes.
And just leaves George's garbage time player, which of course is gonna have to be my boy Cooper Kupp.
Wow.
Because Terry went to bed. Or no, I went to bed while Terry was watching the game, thinking she was going to beat me. But all Cooper Kupp did was keep catching cups of coffee.
Yes.
So just give me that 1 point win over her.
What was that? I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said that gave her the 1 point win against me.
Oh wow.
I mean, that gave me the 1 point win against her.
Wow.
Cooper Kupp's garbage time.
Cooper Kupp of coffee.
Yes. So,
Catching cups.
and I kept telling her
Cooper
from the
catching
beginning, even though it came down closer than anticipated, I kept telling her, you will not beat me, and she would not listen. She kept thinking she had a chance.
Yes.
Was awake the whole time.
Yes.
But I'm so sorry. I tried to tell her.
We're gonna dang. Do you think we could try to get her on the FaceTime of the week? You think she would be available at this time?
She is definitely passed out sleeping.
Oh, okay. Dang, no one wants to pick up today, huh?
Oh, never. All right. Which that was actually courtesy of Sean's sleep buddy, as I just mentioned, was actually Terry for thinking she could beat me.
Terry Sean's sleep buddy of the week.
Yeah.
Yep. If only they would be able to call in to defend themselves. That would be. We'd like to give them the opportunity.
Too bad with the way I won, there's no defending yourself.
I guess not really. There's not much you can say after that.
All right, and that does bring us in. Where did our live studio audience go?
Our live studio audience, folks, they are currently probably using the restroom.
All right, well, that does bring me into our other league news.
News from around the leagues.
Which we're going to bring up Thug Dog League.
Okay.
Because, I'm still first place over there, just chilling, kicked back, relaxing.
Congratulations.
When one day this guy came up to my hood, started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Oh, what did he do?
He said he was going to beat me.
Okay.
And this guy's name would be George. And he is the owner of the Beijing Kings.
The Beijing Kings. Former champion Beijing Kings.
Yes, she'll call them Cajun wings. Because I'm about to eat those motherfuckers for a good old snack.
Yes, Cajun wings sounds pretty fucking good.
Yes, it does actually.
Yes.
But yeah, man, this guy, Beijing Kings, I'm going to beat this guy so far into the ground and come out the other side and be in China.
Yep. I am currently 6th in that league, sitting at a nice 6-4. Only 1 game behind you, sir, might I add.
So that sounds like another close league.
That is another close league, except for you have someone who's really sleeping it up down there. And that's good old Romp Daddy, a.k.a. Brett's Bust himself.
Yes. But as you are sitting there in 6th place, you will never be able to touch me because I'm already about 300 points ahead of you.
That might be true, but all I need to do, as you said, is sneak into those playoffs, my friend, and soon I'll be sneaking into your nightmares.
Oh, no, baby. Because, I can win when it counts.
You can never beat me, though. You said it yourself.
Hey, there's a first time for everything.
I am your kryptonite.
And, hey, you know.
I'm Aaron Rodgers. You are the Chicago Bears.
All right, so
I am Tom Brady. You are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So I just had to point out, you know, George thinks he's gonna beat me, but I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do the house and take his team to the shit house as well. Like I said, man, eating those Cajun wings for fucking dinner.
Does that brick shit house have enough room for two? Can you fit him in there also with house?
Oh, easily with the way my team is in that league, we got room for everybody. Ooh. And we see over here, this guy already has 10 points from 2 players.
Yep. That's sad. It. So sad.
Poor guy. Poor guy. Looks like he started the wrong Patriots running back, because he has Ramondre Stevenson on his bench with more points than me. Wow. All right, enough of that. Like I said, next week I'll be seeing George on the losers end. All right, and that just about does it for us, folks. You know, don't forget to look out for extended audio versions when they're available. Keep tweeting us your start and sit ideas to the Twitter.
Yes, keep sending those into the Twitter at
Wookiesburg
Wookiesburg Pod. Also, you can comment it to us on Instagram at Wookiesburg_podcast. We have all the waterbed videos up on there.
That's where you see the waterbeds.
Yep, that's where you will see the ones
coming up. A couple other things on there too.
Always feel free to email us at wookiesburgpod@gmail.com. Any suggestions, any specific topic, put in the subject.
If it's specifically for a movie, then you have to go to Thugdog at Wookiesburg.
Yes, if it's for you to be cast in a movie, all your info that needs to be sent in, so go ahead and send that in. And just let us know that you want to be part of it. Really, that's over at Thugdog at wookiesburgpod.gmail.com.
No, not
whatever the fuck I just said.
It's just Thugdog at wookiesburgpod.com.
There you go, Thugdog at wookiesburgpod.com.
Yes.
We have our own .com.
Again, don't forget, send your payments if you haven't, paid to the official cash out for the Wookiesburg Pod.
If you don't pay by next week, you will be the next Sean Sleep Buddy of the Week.
Same thing, send your payments there for DraftKings.
Yes. Also, if you don't pay immediately when you join the DraftKings, you will also be the next Sean Sleep Buddy of the Week. Because, hey, if you don't pay, you can get paid, folks. That's how it works.
Don't forget, keep subscribing. We need those subscribers. If you want to win this Barry Sanders football signed autograph.
We are giving this signed Barry Sanders football away once we hit 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube. So go ahead on YouTube, go to Wookiesburg Podcast on YouTube.
Yes, and then don't
subscribe
forget
to our channel.
We need the listens on the podcast apps because of our newest sponsor.
Now we do have our movie trailers on there also as our standalone clips on our YouTube channel.
Start seeing those more
critically acclaimed movie trailers.
Yes.
On there as well, and that's where we will be posting the next ones as well as the Beto King series and the Garoppolo King series.
You may see them on Instagram as well too. We'll see.
Yes,
but just be on the lookout for all of that. And I think that's about it. Again, shout out to Skatebird Miami with their Skatebird Brew.
Shout out Skatebird.
Don't forget to go visit them. They are now open. It's a fucking phenomenal skate park in Miami.
Yep, if you're into skating or if you're down to just hang with some skaters.
Or even just hang out. You can just go hang out.
Go hang out and have some Skatebird Brew Ale.
Very good brew. As you guys see, it's now the only beer of the podcast.
Yep.
Don't drink nothing else. So.
Me gusta.
Alright guys, until next time, y'all.
Peace.